pizza. Bucket likes his pizza. Bucket likes his pizza. Bucket likes his pizza. Bucket likes his pizza. Pizza, pizza, bucket. Bucket, bucket.
Didn't I tell you don't want bucket on the YouTube?
No. Oh.
Okay. No more bucket on the YouTube.
Please don't do that again. Dude, I'm sorry. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of DNA Crows, and today we'll be doing something a lot more fun, reviewing Endgame. Woo! He actually just got to see it.
Yeah, 2 days ago, I think.
2 days ago.
It was really good.
Well, I'm your host, Andrew the ComicCrowe, and this...
You know who it is.
Man, that's confident.
Maybe you don't, actually. You know, I came at it way too
That was good. You
confident.
just ruined it.
No, I just...
No,
No, maybe they didn't know who I was, dude. That fuck. Okay, but no, I'm Dean. D.A. Talks.
You're the Jeremy Brenner of this channel.
Jeremy Renner's this channel. That's tight. I mean, I'll fucking take it. He plays one hell of a tag game. You see that movie?
I mean, he's better in that movie than he is as Hawkeye. Shots fired.
No. I'm the only thing that I think.
Why would you make a movie about playing tag as adults?
Because it's based off a true story.
That's terrible. Stop making things based off true stories. We want movies to escape from real life, not to relive it.
But I think the only reason you said that about Jeremy Renner is because Hawkeye as an idea is stupid, but he is a really good actor. So like he is at least like.
I'm not going to say Hawkeye's stupid.
The idea of Hawkeye on the team is freaking retarded.
That's ableist.
You know what? I don't know why I censored the fuck, and then I went all in with the retarded.
Yeah, no, that's not cool. All right. Well, you know what? We got to review Endgame, and I will say this: Jeremy Renner is way better in Endgame than I think in any of the other MCU movies.
Really? Okay.
Well, yeah, except maybe the first Thor because he doesn't have any speaking lines.
No, he's a great actor. I feel like you're being unfair. And
I totally
He's
am.
just, the idea of that character is dumb, but he is really good in all the movies.
Well, let's go, because 3-hour movie, right? How did you feel just sitting through the entire thing? Because I really didn't
I was
notice
comfortable.
I didn't notice the time at all.
I wish I was at our other movie theater, the one just a couple towns over.
Yeah.
Because reclining seats.
So I got to see it in Indiana, and I never knew this. The theaters in Indiana, and that was really not about the movie itself, but you sit down, and then there's a call button so that you can order food to your seat directly, as well as drinks. It was amazing.
Yeah, those are, they have one like that over where Angie lives.
Really? They don't have one over in the Bay? Not to my knowledge.
Yeah, not to my knowledge, no.
Okay, so the start of Endgame probably was the one thing that actually really, I think that they set the scene so well there.
I was so caught off guard.
Yeah, right?
I was like, so what's the movie? They just ran up on him.
Yeah, no, that was insane. Well, because they first go get Tony, right? And, Captain Marvel, Brie Larson, whatever. I don't think that she was as bad in this movie as she was in the actual Captain Marvel.
I actually didn't think she was bad in Captain Marvel.
No,
I want to say she was about the same.
I think that she plays better in this movie than she did in Captain Marvel. Probably that's because of the whole amnesia thing. It's really hard to work with that.
Yeah, there was actually, here's the thing though, there was one part of Captain Marvel that I thought was really good, and it's just it's like 2 seconds, right? She's fighting those aliens, what are they called?
The Skrulls?
The Skrulls, yeah, the Skrulls. I was about to call them Krees. I was like, no, they're not the Krees. So she's fighting the Skrulls, and one of them goes, ah! And then she just goes, ah! And I was like, that was like the best part of the movie, and it's 2 seconds.
Yeah, it was like at the start of the movie, too.
Yeah.
No, it's funny because Jasmine said that she liked Captain Marvel in this movie better, but she fell asleep during Captain Marvel.
Yeah, it wasn't a terrible movie, but anyways, we're not reviewing Captain Marvel.
Okay, let's not talking about her. Okay, so they go and save Tony, right? And by the time they get Tony back to Earth, I mean, you saw the way he looked. He looked like
Oh yeah, he looked like
skin and
he'd been
bone.
tweaking.
Right.
Like I was like, dude, my boy Tony be hitting the meth, dog. Like what
Right.
the fuck? You know his dad when they got Robert Downey Jr. back into drugs.
Oh my god. Yeah, no, it was really bad. Thanos screwed Tony up bad.
Oh, dude, it was sad.
Okay, so they saved Tony, and I gotta say, because we had to talk about Captain Marvel just because the scene where she meets with the other Avengers and they go and they go and decide they're just going to take on Thanos. I actually did appreciate the confidence there where she's like, well, you didn't have me, and I'm like, okay, well,
Yeah, I mean, she's
But at the
not
same
supposed to
time-
be like a shy, timid character. I'm okay
no,
with her
she's
being.
supposed to be more assertive.
Yeah,
I think
and I'm okay with that.
I think
I'm just not okay with who Brie Larson is.
I think it's not so much Brie Larson's personality as an actress or anything. I just think that she's miscast because I think you need someone that's taller.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know. That's how way I've always pictured Captain Marvel as being someone who's taller.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, no, I get
It's not a
it.
big deal.
Not a big deal.
But you know, they say. But I like that whole confidence moment where they were like, "We're just going to go take on Thanos," and they literally just go
Oh,
take
dude.
Thanos out.
Yeah, Brie Larson's just like, where are they? And she's like, they're gone. and Thor just.
Dude, where he just like chops off his head and he's like, "I went for the head." And I was like,
What did you do?
"Man, you paid that off."
No, first of all, though, is like, what did you do? Okay, like, is anybody really actually upset?
I think that they were all just a little bit in shock there. Because
Yeah, they're like,
realized
maybe
that-
he had information. It's like, no, he said he destroyed him. It was just confirmed he's not a liar. It's okay to kill him. Like, they just,
Yeah, I think it worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
And then they go 5 years later, and I'm like, we all knew that there was going to be a
Yeah.
time skip of some sort because of the images that had come out
Yeah.
of Tony Stark looking older. But I did not expect that to happen right there where, you know, they killed Thanos. I thought Thanos was going... I mean, he does return later, but I thought that our Thanos who succeeded was going to be the main bad guy.
That's
of
what
the
I
movie.
thought too, and then I was like, well, then maybe Thanos isn't
Guardians of the Galaxy Thanos. It's actually Guardians of the Galaxy Thanos. Okay.
Just
Yeah, yeah,
skipping
we're-
ahead.
yeah.
Just skipping ahead
We're
just a little
close.
bit. My favorite thing though
Because
was
of all the time travel.
when he was like, in all my years, I've never taken it personally, but I'm gonna enjoy what I'm about to do to your planet. And I was like, oh man.
Yeah, we're close to that.
Ah.
Okay, so then you're 5 years in the future, and I mean, I think they did it perfectly with Thor. That Thor was that Thor was fun.
I felt bad.
Yeah, he was depressed.
How embarrassing.
No, but you could tell he was depressed. I mean, he's slumming it around
Okay,
with
but-
Korg and me.
Wait. Yes, and that's the best part of it all. Is that you remember Korg and me? Hello. I thought the kid's being mean to me on the mic again.
That was great. They're playing
Those
fucking
characters,
Fortnite.
I was so glad to see them again.
Yeah, I didn't think that they were going to show up. That was amazing.
I thought they were like a one-off.
Yeah, so the
They're two up.
Thor takes like the mic and he's going like, "I'll personally fly to your house and show someone." I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Because you know he'd do it.
Yeah. So that was really cool. Did you notice? I don't know. Have you ever heard of this? Do you know the show Community?
Yes.
Okay, so Community. The slogan was 6 seasons and a movie. They never got their movie. However, the creator of it also does work with Marvel. They brought him in because Dan Harmon, who also does Rick and Morty. The reason they brought him in to the Marvel movies is because he has a really good way of explaining very complicated theories in a relatively easy way. So Dan Harmon does work. Now, Dan Harmon was the one, 6 seasons and a movie. He couldn't get his movie. However, he sneaks like the main cast of Community into Marvel movies.
Oh yeah.
So Ken Jeong was in this one, and so is the older black lady. She also played in Drake and Josh as Josh's manager.
Yeah. No. Okay.
Yeah. So she was there. She's the one that's like, oh, I didn't recognize those fellas. She was there. Ken Jeong was there. So just two more cameos because they never got them.
So that was Thor, right? And Hulk comes to go get Thor because they need to get everybody back together. I thought it was a little jarring seeing Bruce Banner and the Hulk merge together.
I thought we were, because I knew that was going to happen.
No, I did.
I thought we were going to see it happen. It was weird to just.
Well, because you got the 5-year time skip, so everything.
Yeah, it made sense. Like I wasn't.
Captain America's going to like grief counseling with a bunch of people. Like, how do you move on? I was like, damn.
Yeah, it was some real shit, Scott. Scott just comes in out of
no, Scott. The guy from The Hangover. He was the security guard.
Wait, what?
You remember the scene where Scott's coming out of the van and there's the
and he's like, help.
Yeah,
that's Ken Jeong.
Yeah, that was him.
Yeah,
I always forget his name.
Ken Jeong.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So, well, no, because the stuff with Scott is normally funny, but then when he realizes,
it was weird.
He's just carrying around a wagon.
It was weird. Well, it was like. Have you ever seen his other movies? I Love You, Man.
I Love You Too.
Well,
yeah.
So when we finally gonna make out, is this gonna? We'll save it. But no, have you seen I Love You, Man? So like, there's like sometimes Paul Rudd does movies where they're funny, but then they get like a little sad. Like, and it's like
he did it pretty well there when he.
Yeah, where it's like,
I gotta say that
you look at it and you're like, that's a funny situation, but it's not funny. This is sad, but that's how it's supposed to be.
Like when he goes back to his home, or I guess his ex-wife's house, and he sees Cassie and she's 5 years older. That was just like.
I was happy. I was happy. Yeah. I was like, oh, he's there.
Yeah, no, right? And
I just don't think Paul Rudd could take it.
No, I don't. I think that would have been the
I think Paul Rudd's kind of a lot like me, where like if we, not even like prison, if we go to jail, it's like over.
Well, the one, God damn it, the one person that I really loved during the movie was Rocket.
Yeah,
because like his entire team, his whole family gets wiped out.
Dude, but the best part though is he's not even Rocket anymore. No. He's straight up just like. He's like, I thought you were a Build-A-Bear. He's like, well, maybe I am one. It's like, not even nothing from him.
Yeah, no, because I think he was defeated at that point.
Yeah, of course
everybody was.
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch is kind of running ops for everybody. You had Okoye, right? The Black Panther?
Yeah.
Okay, so she's running, it seems like she's running Wakanda. Or I don't know, like was the whole royal family wiped out there? It seemed like it.
Yeah, I believe so.
There are some things that weren't totally explained, but that was the kind of impression I got. Because Shuri shows up and she's the same age, so it seems like the entire family gets wiped out there. Everybody's just depressed, they're defeated, it's 5 years in the future. Hulk seems like the only one that's doing well until you get to Tony. Yeah, and you can tell Tony's still really messed up.
No, Tony, I think I was happy for him.
Well, I mean, really messed up. I mean, he clearly doesn't want to be Iron Man anymore.
No, of course not.
He caved the thing back to Cap right at the start.
Oh yeah.
It's like take it when you see him.
Mm-hmm.
But Tony recovers, I think, in a way. Because he still has a photo of Peter Parker, right?
Yeah.
So you can tell that's weighing on him. And when he first lands, he goes, "I lost the kid." And that
dude, as soon as he's like, "I lost the kid," and I'm like, "Oh, dude, I'm still not over it."
No, right?
I'm still not over it. He came back, and I'm still like, "Yo, you shouldn't have had to go."
So when Scott shows up, they realize that they can figure out a way of getting back in there, and I think one of the best parts when they're just discussing all the Back to the Future, That was great.
Yeah, that was.
Once you get past the really serious nature of everything going on, I think that was great that they started with Cap when they moved to the 5 years into the future, and then you move into Hulk, and then you get Hulk and Thor.
Yeah.
Fat Thor.
Fat Thor.
There were so many ways that they were moving in that movie. But Scott, I didn't think he was going to be as important other than helping them with the quantum realm, but he was a big part of the movie.
Yeah, he's a pretty decent chunk.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think Ant-Man would be that critical to
Yeah.
an Avengers movie, but he is, and he is awesome. I
Yeah.
love Paul Rudd.
No, it was, Paul Rudd's so awesome. Okay.
Yeah, total man.
Quick
crush on Paul
tangent,
Rudd.
quick little thing. Paul Rudd actually was supposed to be in a movie,
Yeah.
and they filmed the whole movie. But his character played like a decent amount in this movie, but he was an asshole, right? And they actually, after the film was done, they went back and took out every scene of his because the director was like, it's just not believable. Paul Rudd is an asshole. Like, I can't sell that.
Oh my god.
Dude, that's like the nicest, but like most backhanded. Like, it
sucks.
Yeah.
No, I totally get it though. You really
Yeah.
can't believe Paul Rudd's an asshole. I wouldn't.
Also,
believe that. I would hate that movie for making Paul Rudd an asshole.
He also likes to do bathroom pranks on Jason Segel.
Oh,
Yeah, when they tour together.
he's a total bro. Okay,
I'll tell you about them later.
please do.
It's so funny.
Okay, so then they figure out that they go to Tony for help. Tony won't help them. They go to Hulk for help. That's when you see Hulk for the first time. They do the whole.
Yeah. You want my picture? Oh, man.
like,
They don't want it. No, they want it to take a camera. I don't want to take a picture. And I was like, oh, Paul. Oh, Ian.
Who wouldn't want to take a picture with Paul Rudd? That was the. I know people say there were plenty of plot holes in that movie. That was the biggest plot hole. No, so they wind up using Hulk to figure out the quantum realm stuff, and Hulk is like, yeah. I don't know. No one's ever done this stuff. Is it going to work or something?
Yeah.
they throw him back in the past. They get
Oh, that's so funny.
I don't know who peed in the suit.
Somebody peed in my pants. At least one of me did. Or maybe it's this me. I was like, oh, you poor guy. Paul Rudd's just been dragged through the ringer.
Then they get Hawkeye.
What's his name at that point? It's
Black Widow gets Hawkeye.
just
Ronan.
Ronan.
He actually does that in the comics.
Yeah.
And the story's
Yeah,
totally different.
yeah.
But I thought he was really great in the movie because they set up that whole thing with his family in Ultron, right? Age of Ultron.
It seems so forced.
But
I guess it finally pays off.
Yeah, it definitely pays off. But I think that's one of the things. His daughter in the movie, I believe she's going to be the future Hawkeye. In the comics, it's Kate Bishop, so I'm kind of guessing that's where it was going with it. Anyways, they get the whole team together. Tony comes back. They figure out the time travel stuff, and they all go out on their missions, and then they said they weren't time traveling. I guess that is kind of true because they kind of jump into different.
Well, they time travel.
Yeah, it was like different realities.
They time travel.
And let's talk about the locations that they go to.
No, here's how you know it's not different realities and that it's time travel. Captain America comes back.
I think that was one of the plot holes that they had because they said once you change something, it splits off. And
And I picked up on that right away.
But then they said that they fixed it by giving the stones back. And okay,
They didn't specify that. No, they just.
Well, no, yeah, because
They just say that they
go to the
have to
Battle
give
of
the
New York.
stones back because those
When they go to the Battle of New York and they meet with the Ancient One, Hulk does, right?
Yeah.
She says, once you remove that stone, you set off this alternate timeline.
What she's saying is when you take that stone, you're gonna screw everything up because every bit is dependent on the stones being where they're at, which is why they're at.
Captain America has to go back and put the stones.
Yes, he has to go back and put the stones exactly. However, if it's different realities and he stays in another reality. He doesn't grow old.
Okay, we're getting all the way to the end of the movie. Hold on. So let's talk about where they go when they do time travel.
Pretty cool places.
Yeah, the Battle of New York, that was great because they show up. Okay, it's Tony, Cap, Ant-Man and the Hulk is the funniest one.
Take those
He's just
what are you doing? Maximum occupancy. I was like, dude, I wouldn't say that to Hulk, dude. I'd knock it off. I would just get off the
Future
fucking
Hulk is there, right? So he just takes off his clothes and he's like,
yeah, like maybe he's so snappy. I find that indignant. That's so funny.
that was great.
Yeah.
When they, so that was when he goes to go get the time stone, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole stuff with the Ancient One where she eventually makes the agreement with him.
Dude, that was kind of cool to
Loki's
see
back. Yeah, Loki escaped with
Loki escaped with
the Space Stone.
Yeah.
So he's technically alive again.
Yeah, well, in that reality.
I think that was.
But then again, that reality, I guess, is the same reality
Yeah.
because Captain America meets
I mean, I think the whole reason why they did that was to bring Loki back, but bring back an evil version of Loki, not the one who's.
I was actually really upset that good Loki didn't come back. However, they made that clear when Thanos goes, no more reviving,
no more resurrections.
But however, I think the Infinity Stones could have brought him back. I just don't think they tried.
No, because he was killed by Thanos directly, not by Snap.
I know, but they could still. They could have still.
Okay,
It's not like his soul was locked away.
So when they go back to Avengers Tower, so we never actually saw the stuff at the end of Avengers where they're taking Loki back. When Cap finds Cap, I love that.
I actually love when he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna need this back in. We can't let you do that." Hail Hydra, and
That was great.
Yeah, I was just like, "Oh, tight." That was actually really cool. Oh yeah, Cap fights Cap. I found Loki. Like I'm not Loki, and
where he gets him on the ground.
First of all, after like
that. No. Before
that.
The line with Tony is like, "Ooh, Cap, that outfit did not make your ass look good." And then there, that is America's ass, Captain.
That's so funny.
Salute.
No, it's super funny. But yeah, and then he's like, he just beats Cap. This is where I found that fight.
That is America's ass.
That is no, but I found that fight to be bullshit because that Captain. Okay, but the Captain America from the future has to have like much more training by that point. He should have stopped. He's
also older.
I don't. Not by much, and not enough to where he's not in his prime. Dude, he's still in his fucking prime.
I think it's been about 10 years.
He's still in his
5, about 15 years.
He's still in his prime. Look at him.
I'm not saying
He should have scraped, and on top of that, after maybe hitting after past Captain hitting future Captain a few times, I'd have been like, yo, maybe this one isn't Loki. He fights exactly like me. Maybe that isn't
true, but I don't think he has that much experience with Loki. I mean, they only fought one time.
Yeah, it's just New York.
I don't think it was worth trying to explain it to a younger version of Cap, because that's not going to make any sense.
Oh, no. But I'm just saying, Cap should have just
the part where Tony and them are like about to leave, and all of a sudden Hulk just comes out and knocks him aside.
Hulk, every time.
Oh my god.
Fuck something up.
Yeah, okay.
I was a little upset. I was like, God damn it.
Yeah, no, that was great. Guardians of the Galaxy, where because you remember the scene in Guardians of the Galaxy? It's one of my favorite openings in an MCU movie. They just do it without the music. He's just like there.
War Machine just from out.
So he's an idiot.
So he's an idiot, and you guys follow him.
Yeah, he just like knocks his ass down.
Yeah. Let's.
Yeah. Okay. So from there, that's where we find out that gosh, I forget her name. I'm blanking on it.
Gamora?
No, her sister.
Nebula.
She's not a fan. Fuck you. It's late. Yeah. Okay. So Nebula, right? She's got the link with her past self because I guess they run on the same network.
Yeah.
And Thanos winds up finding out everything.
Yeah.
He finds out that he's successful. I was like, damn. So we got
I am inevitable.
Yeah. That was really good.
Oh, dude, Thanos stressed me out that whole movie, dude.
Oh, dude. Well, because they get Nebula, right? They capture her, and then he just plans to go back to the future.
He's like, oh, I can't let them undo what I had done for them.
Well, and then he realizes that he needs to go one step further and completely unmake everything and remake it so that nobody knows what they lost. I was like, ooh.
Okay, yeah, you're going a little too far now, man.
Yeah.
No, not you. I was talking about Thanos.
Well, I think I went too far in the movie. Okay, so the Soul Stone, when they go to get that one, that part I really liked.
Honestly, I really liked it too, but a part of me was like, could they hurry the fuck up and just one of them just jump?
Yeah.
I was like, I didn't need 20 minutes of them going back and forth.
I think it
was
was
touching.
more
It was
appropriate for Hawkeye to be the one to sacrifice himself.
Hawkeye
there.
has a family. Black Widow.
But that's what I mean. He's got the family at that point. It kind of sucks.
What does
because-
Black Widow really have except for like some cool friendship with Captain America?
Do you think she's gonna come back? Because they talked about.
I
Black
think she
Widow
gets her
solo
own movie, but that's in the past.
Yeah, I don't know how they're gonna work that.
Also, Black Widow's solo movie in the past.
I mean,
What are the stakes?
Yeah.
At that point.
I mean, it'd be interesting to find out about her character, but again, I think
I think I already know enough about her character. She was a spy, and she was a damn good one, and she was recruited.
They screw up getting the Space Stone. They get this. Okay, Rocket in Thor's outing. I mean, yeah, it was really touching seeing Thor with his mom again. But
I was never too attached to his mom, though,
no,
so I didn't really care.
Well, I mean, if you watched, Thor 2 is not that great of a movie.
No, it's not. So I don't really care about his mom.
I like the scene where Loki's in the prison cell and Thor's just like tiptoeing around. It's like that Thor. That was great. No, but
that whole scene is really cool.
Yeah.
All of it's really cool. I'm just not attached to his mom, but it's still a good scene. I'm not saying
I thought that scene was probably the weakest outing for all of them.
But no, it's still good.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
It's
still good.
So they screw up getting the Space Stone. Loki winds up grabbing it, so he's going to come back. We're going to get evil dickhead Loki back.
Yeah, but what can he really do?
I don't know. Well, he's got Space Stone.
Yeah, well, he's also pretty clever.
Yeah. No, okay. So then you have Tony and Cap. They lead Ant-Man and they go back into the past even further to get the Space Stone.
Yeah.
And I thought the scene where Tony meets his dad, I love that.
Yeah, I
like the whole.
too.
I like when that was the lady you were talking about from the community,
from
right?
the community.
And she's going like, he had a hippie.
I recognize that mustache. That's a bit of a hippie.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Okay, so they go back, they get the Space Stone. Tony meets his dad, and I thought that scene was really touching.
Oh, super touching. Yeah.
And Cap sees Peggy again, and I think that's what's.
Yeah, and then I was like, you already slept with her niece.
Wait, did they sleep together?
I think so.
I don't
I
think
think
they
it's like implied that they were doing the nasty.
I think that they were originally going to go that route, and they just completely dropped it.
Okay, but something happened. Dude, there's enough time with them.
There was a connection there, but it never.
No,
came
I'm
to
pretty sure he did the nasty, dude.
Oh God, please! That's really putting some weird thoughts in my head. I really don't know. No.
He goes and
Okay.
fucks a girl and then fucks her like much younger niece, and then goes back to fucking
And essentially, that is kind of
what he did
in the comic books. He's Peggy's his original love interest, and then he winds up with Sharon Carter in the future. Let's not go into that right
But then
now.
did he go back to Peggy?
Who cares?
I do.
Okay, so that winds up happening.
Yeah.
They wind up getting all the stones. They come to the future. Thanos sends his nebula, and his nebula has him in the spaceship.
Yep.
Okay, so they wind up going into the future. Back to the present timeline, Thanos goes into the future for him, and this is Guardians of the Galaxy Thanos, which I thought was great.
Dude, he was savage. He
was totally savage. So,
he stressed me out.
So
He stressed me out like a motherfucker.
Hulk is the
hold
one-
on, hold
yeah.
on. Pause. I really need to send the 10. I just didn't want to.
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah, so Thanos, right?
Mm-hmm.
He sends his nebula into the future. She's ready to betray them all. But what happens is they wind up making the gauntlet. Iron Man makes the gauntlet again. Hulk is the one who winds up using it because it's mostly gamma radiation. when he
Well,
snaps,
he says he's mostly.
he says he's made for it.
Yeah,
right?
it's
And he
like,
does
I'm
survive.
mostly gamma radiation,
He
and
does
I'm like,
survive using
you're
it.
mostly a little bitch again. Yeah, fucking. Oh, you didn't even do
Well, he
it.
couldn't.
Yeah,
Because
I
once
know.
he snapped the glove, his arm was just, you saw it,
Yeah.
it became totally shriveled up.
Once again, Hulk was useless. Good job.
Yeah. But he does wind up bringing everybody back, right?
Yeah.
And you see the scene with Ant-Man, and he's out there, and he's like, guys, I think it worked, because you see the...
Dude, that was so cool.
And then because as that happens, Thanos is freed, right? And
Right.
Thanos'
Thanos
ship
comes
is up, yeah. And then he just starts firing off missiles, and the whole base gets destroyed.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Then you got Hawkeye running around with the gauntlet,
Yeah.
which was actually really cool. That was some of his best work.
Yeah, where he's trying to run away from the Chitauri. And
Oh, he is
and
successfly running away.
Yeah.
And he killed them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
They stopped chasing him at a certain point, and then Nebula shows up, and he thinks that that's his Nebula until
That was like.
they killed
I get that past Nebula actually really isn't the brightest, and she's all vengeance, like all bloodthirst.
Yeah.
But you have to be a special kind of stupid to be like, future me was smart enough to not be a part of this.
No, I think that was the problem. She spent a while before she finally realized.
Yeah, but like
It took a lot of
yo,
development.
future me was like, yo, for serious though, dude.
Yeah.
Not just virtual signaling.
Yeah.
Your brother's a Nazi. I'd be like, my brother's a fucking Nazi. Like, yeah.
Well, I think the problem is she knows what happens to Gamora in the future, and whereas the younger Nebula not only hates Gamora, but doesn't think that Thanos is going to do that to his kids because Gamora's
but
his favorite.
to see it, to see
I
it.
know,
it's
I know.
like,
I agree.
But I get it. She is just like, she's not bright, and she
wants
wants
to get, yeah, she gets soft.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Dude, I was like, yo, Nebula just killed Nebula. That was actually really cool.
That's an interesting paradox.
No, it was really cool though because like she was all out there
Oh, yeah.
for Gamora. She was like, we're like, we are sisters.
So past Gamora replaces the current timeline
Yeah,
of who's dead. So Gamora is back, Loki's back, right at this point.
Somewhere.
Thanos. So Thanos fights the three. I would say the three key Avengers: Thor, Iron Man, and Captain America.
yeah.
Yeah. And I thought the battle that they have with Thor.
Whoa, it is.
He's got Stormbreaker
It's
and
okay.
Mjolnir. I love that.
The Captain America fight is.
The reason why Thor got Mjolnir was not so that he could wield Mjolnir. Well, that's why.
Okay, it's just so funny
It's
because
so
he's
good,
on the
yeah.
floor and you just see he sees it and
Nice.
okay, he sees it and he's like, I knew it, and Thanos is just like fuck this and just kicks Thor away.
And then Cap
Cap
has the shield and the hammer, and he knows just how to. It was a scene where
insane.
Yeah, he just. Oh god.
Dude,
So
howling
he throws a shield at Thanos. Thanos knocks it away, and he throws the hammer and just
Right back.
sonic boom.
Ooh, dude, so
Gets the
cool.
hammer back and just starts bludgeoning fucking. Oh man.
So that scene, that's all really cool.
that is my
The
favorite
moment
fight.
he missed one hit, I was like, yep, and there it goes.
Yeah.
Because I knew as soon as he misses one
But
hit.
he got so that. But you gotta understand, Thanos is a person that can body the Hulk, and Cap was fighting him.
Dude, but
that was great.
Cap was hammer, shield.
Yeah.
It was done for quite some time, dude. And when he just was like,
When just like lightning strike, like, boom! Oh,
well, because Thanos
Yeah.
looks up like, what are you gonna do? It's just a hammer. Like, yeah, you're hitting me with it. Bam! It just hits him with lightning. Like, he wasn't expecting
it
it.
was so good. I was geeking out like crazy.
But then he slips, and at this point, because I was already stressed, but then Captain America. Let's a little bit. Wait, Captain America
got
wait.
taken out pretty quick.
Yeah, but Captain America relieves a lot of stress for me. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
something cool. Then he slips up, and I'm just like, oh god.
And
no.
Well, so Thanos is that dual blade he has is able to just tear apart Cap's shield. You got Thor's been beaten down. Iron Man's somewhere. I think he just got knocked out of commission.
He was just knocked out for a little bit.
And then you see all of Thanos' army coming down. You see Cap there. He's by himself. The shield is completely shattered. Everybody's coming in. The Black Order is there. And you're just like, damn, because you forget at this point.
Bad.
You forget at this point that everyone's been resurrected, right? All you see.
Yeah, because they're not dead. But then these are like the little circle coming out. Before that, you just see a cat. He's like, huh? On your left. No, your other left. And then all of a sudden the circles come in. Like, that's a really cool callback. They did a lot of really cool callbacks in this one, without a doubt.
Yeah, no, so everybody's comes out of the portals, right?
Yeah.
Doctor Strange, all the wizards.
Dude.
Yes, all the wizards.
Well, not all one.
Wakanda.
There's one wizard who's yet
Lord,
to come back.
Mordo. Yeah.
Kind of hoping that pays off. I really hate when they do those things and it never leads to
At
anything.
this point, I barely remember the guy's name. He's a big comic book villain for Doctor Strange, but he's also not a character I really like in the comics.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, so
it's
they
been a while since I've read
everybody
Doctor
comes in and they dun, dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun.
Everybody.
Yeah.
And you just his entire it's basically two armies at this point.
Oh, dude.
All
But you know one of those
armies
armies.
ready to fight.
You know one of those armies is going down.
Yeah, they go down hard. No, that part is great. I fucking love it. And then you see Spider-Man shows up, right?
Spider-Man shows
And
up.
He jumps down in front of
Iron Man, I woke up there, and I don't know what happened, but Doctor Strange was there, and he said it's been 5 years, we need to go!
Yeah.
I was like, oh,
just like comes up and hugs him.
I was so happy.
At that point, I was about ready to cry.
Oh yeah, no, without a doubt. I had a tear come down, dude.
Yeah,
I was
no,
like,
it was
dude, I was so
He got to see
happy.
his son again.
Yeah, nothing made me happier than that.
Spider-Man in the MCU is definitely Tony Stark's kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So when I saw that, I loved it. And I loved
It was
that
great.
so much.
Yeah.
The armies go to battle. Now, one thing I didn't like, I love this part with Scarlet Witch because she is actually that powerful in the comics.
Yeah, that's
she
cool.
can she could have unmade Thanos. I think the point was she wanted to make him hurt.
Yeah, and he was hurting.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did. He has to get his ship to
What
fire.
are you gonna do? You'll see.
Yeah, she's got looked into the air. He can't do shit.
You took everything from me! I was like, oh, Scarlet Witch. And here's the thing, is actually in the MCU, I don't like her character. I definitely.
This
Anybody who is gonna put a smackdown on Thanos,
I think the problem
I was
is
happy with that.
I think the only problem I really had with her character is the fact that she can't really decide whether or not she's going to have an accent in each scene.
Yeah.
It changes a lot in the past movies. This made up for it big time. Because you see that she's very powerful when she's pissed.
we gotta just take 1 second to fuck Scarlet Witch. Spider-Man. Kill mode.
Okay, I
And I hated the kill mode
Yeah.
because it makes no sense.
I don't.
But it was so cool to watch.
It was cool to watch. I don't like it though.
Oh no,
Because
here's the
even
thing.
if it's an
You
alien,
can sell me.
Spider-Man would not go out and murder a bunch
Dude,
of
Spider-Man
monsters.
who's maybe about to get murdered and put out of existence twice,
you're right.
twice in a row. Doug, this is way too big of a fight to not be killing those things. He just got half the universe was just wiped out.
This is just me being a big Spider-Man fan. I don't think that he would ever do that from the comic books. 616 Spidey would not do that.
Yeah, well, this isn't 16
It isn't.
Spidey.
It isn't.
This is a 16-year-old
He
Spidey.
wasn't the one doing it. The suit was doing it for him.
Kill mode, dude. And here's the thing: it's like, you can sell me on bad things if you make them look cool enough.
Okay. I mean, like it's one of those things
And
where I'm not. It doesn't ruin the movie.
They
for me.
jam-packed it with a bunch of hype stuff.
Rain of Fire. And then, okay, so here's the part I did kind of like where she shows up, Captain Marvel does, and just takes the ship out.
No, that was really cool.
Yeah, it definitely was.
I really liked when she came in at the beginning and just ran right into Thanos.
Yeah, that was
cool.
I thought that she was a little too powerful, only in the sense when Thanos does have the gauntlet again, and she's still able to outmuscle him.
I thought there was a couple people that should have gotten instant wrecked.
Yeah, that's true. But I think it was the same thing in Infinity War when Black Order they should be able to wreck Captain America and Black Widow, and they can't. They should have been able to.
Should have been able to. But Vision is getting knocked around.
Yeah, he was so powerful in Age of Ultron, and they just made him less.
But
and less
Captain
powerful.
America can handle these people. Like, I don't.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: Vision was with Scarlet Witch too.
Yeah.
You telling me both of them, Captain Marvel and Black Widow, are better than both of them?
Yeah. Okay.
That's some bullshit.
So, no, I liked her character then, right? When she shows up and she's like, "You got something for me?" I was like, "That's actually pretty good." And so I think Brie Larson kind of made up for the problems I had in Captain Marvel at that point.
She was
But
cool.
The Russo brothers, I think, are the main reason why, because they're really good.
Yeah.
They can bring out the best in
so
these
good.
characters.
But yeah,
So at that point you have all the armies back, the gauntlet's in play on the field. Thanos eventually gets it back.
well, they're
Captain
fighting
Marvel,
over it for a while, and
Which is, that's it's really tense. It's really tense.
When they start basically fighting over it, I'm stressed. I'm like so ready to just like
You think you're gonna
no, and then he gets it on, and I'm like,
so
you let that happen?
Captain Marvel shows up and she's trying to stop him, like she's holding the gauntlet out.
I'm like,
and
Thanos, no support.
Thanos just like gets pissed. He takes the Power Stone out and just uses it to blast her out
That
the
was
way.
the smartest move. though.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie,
Oh, it
like,
was.
that was fucking
And
brilliant.
then you see Tony, right? He sees it. He runs up to Thanos and tries to...
Before this, when he looks over at Doctor Strange.
Oh, yeah.
And well, let's just backtrack a little bit. He's like, so is this the reality? How is it going to go down?
If
I tell you, it won't happen.
Yeah.
So then Doctor Strange is just like kind of looking around like they...
Like Tony's...
And Tony's like, that's the signal.
He charges at Thanos. You see him try to grab the gauntlet.
I was like, Tony.
That's not going to do anything,
Tony,
right?
what are you-
But then you forget, the gauntlet is made out of Tony's armor, right?
His nanotech armor that he just used last movie.
So he
dope.
sits there, you see
And
Thanos snap his finger, nothing happens, and he looks, and then you see Tony on the...
I was so happy, dude.
Yeah, and then you see the gauntlet form with the infinity
The
gem.
look of defeat.
Yeah.
The look of defeat. Every bit of stress leading up to this was so worth it because Thanos just was like, oh, I'm a stupid bitch.
Yeah, and then Tony snapped. No, what was it? I am inevitable. Thanos snaps, nothing happens. I am Iron Man.
Yeah, I am Iron Man.
Boom.
So
I
cool.
just snapped his fingers like I can't. I would never be a threat to the universe with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Such a dope callback. And you want to know what was also a really cool callback after that? When his daughter goes, I want cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
Even before the security guard.
Oh my god,
Even before the security guard goes, your father liked cheeseburgers. I was like, as soon as she said cheeseburgers, yeah, happy. As soon as she said I like
But before we
cheeseburgers.
get there, when Tony snaps his fingers and you just see Thanos, and he sits down because he realizes he's finally lost. There's nothing.
And there's nothing he can do, and I was so happy.
Yeah,
The look
that
at the
made me
feet.
feel so good.
Fuck you, fucking Roland. With your fucking
Oh
ball
man,
chin.
and then Tony dies, and I was just
Yeah, that was sad.
That was so sad.
Yeah.
It really was. But the part at the very end where they do the hologram of Tony saying goodbye, and he's like, "I love you 3000." I'm like,
No, that was
oh
sweet.
god, that hurt.
Felt like he should have been saying it to Spider-Man.
This is the part.
But whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So then Cap goes back in time. He delivers all the stones back. He lives a life with Peggy, which really that
Yeah, like
thing-
really happy for him.
It
Doesn't
just-
make sense.
it
But
doesn't
I
fit
am
his
happy for
character.
him.
Yeah.
So happy for him that I'm willing to look past it.
I am too. And he comes back to the future and he makes Sam Wilson Captain America, gives him
That
a
was
shield.
a little.
Well, yeah, he became Captain in the comics. I think they did a bad job when Sam Wilson was Captain in the comics recently, but I'm really looking forward to seeing Anthony Mackie, right?
Yeah, Anthony Mackie.
I'm really looking forward to seeing him as Captain
Well,
America.
his name's Clarence. But
The part that I think that just really got me going was that I was convinced they were going to undo everything and go right back to where they were in Infinity War. I did not think they were going to live 5 years in the future in the MCU. So now you have Cassie Lang, Scott Lang's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
She is a superhero of the comic stature.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to do the Young Avengers now, just talking about future plans. The thing that really confuses me is Spider-Man, right? All of his classmates would have all had to have been wiped out in order for them to all come back. Like,
no, they're
living 5 years in the future. So
Yeah.
MJ...
Yo, some of them, that's the thing though, some of them had to have been wiped out, some of them weren't.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and they just went back to school. And Ned was very happy to see Peter.
Well, yeah, because I guess Ned also got wiped out. Because there's...
Was he wiped out?
They're the same age, dude. It was a 5-year time skip.
No, Ned could have not been wiped out and was going to school. And then,
For 5 years, he wouldn't be in high school anymore.
oh,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
yeah.
Because
I guess Peter shouldn't have been going to school. Oh, yeah, okay, you got me there. Maybe.
yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm excited.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, right. Hulk is out of commission because his arm is just done. He can't use it
he
anymore.
can.
Yeah, like he
Still the
can't
Hulk.
really be a one-armed.
No, he is still the Hulk.
Yeah, well,
He's
yeah.
still a big ass dude that can jump.
Would anybody want to fight a one-armed Hulk? No, not at all.
Dumb fight.
But I think he's done as far as being an Avenger. I think the only main Avenger that you're still going to see active from the original Avengers movie, somewhat the Hulk. You're going to see. No, hold on. Hawkeye.
I think
Hawkeye's going to do the thing with his daughter. I
don't think that's him as a main Avenger.
No, I mean as far as the Avengers from the original movie who are still
Yeah.
around. And then Thor, this is the part that got me really hyped up for the future. He takes off with the Guardians and
That was cool.
yeah. It's like, no, everybody knows you're the leader.
Gee,
That was great.
At first, it just seems like he really is like, yeah, no, Quo, this is all you. But then, like, he gets a little more encouraged, and he's like,
Fight for it. I got knives.
yeah. All right. Well, that was the movie, and it was super cool.
I give
Happy.
it 5 caws out of 5.
You guys have a great night.
Good night.